And this was written by Enderman's Girl, who is an amazing author, but most of the stuff she writes is in German. So it's off limits. Hello everyone and welcome back to Donut Like Donut Read. My name is Julius and with me today I have Adam.
At your service.
Clemens.
Hello there.
And Joaquin.
What's up? Also, great picture for the OC.
Oh, I
If you
love
can't
that.
see it, it's on the screen right now. We're looking at it right now.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, you might remember back in the old days when we did our very first MTSU pack, we covered this story. It was called Arc Diaries or something like that.
Yep.
And back then I mentioned that the author had like stories that were way crazier than that, but they were all in German. And also me and Clemens covered one of her German stories in our first Reunification Day special. And since I translated a German fanfic with My Life with Tales, and that worked pretty well, I decided to take one of this author's bigger stories. I would even call this her magnum opus. This is Dark/Ness the Cat by Enderman's Girl.
So is Dark the cat or is
cover
Ness the
image-
cat?
So, her full name is Darkness, but people sometimes just call her Dark, and for some reason, that's why she's referred to as Dark/Ness,
Okay.
because sometimes she's called Darkness and sometimes she's just called Dark. I don't know why the author did this. She also stops doing this in like the later chapters.
I mean,
for some reason.
it's not even how nicknames work. You can just say call her Darkness. Sometimes people call her Dark. You don't need to put a little slash in her name. It's silly.
Yeah.
Or call her Miss Ness. Dark Ness.
Wait, is Dark actually Ness?
And is the Ness
Okay,
actually dark? Okay. You're showing the picture on the screen right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this was on Wattpad originally, and this is the cover image. I guess this is supposed to be our main character, Dark/Ness.
Yeah.
Picture's fine.
Can I go ahead and read the description, by the way?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, the description is: a completely normal cat named Darkness experiences new friends and a boyfriend. Colon 3. Her adventure begins.
Now, this description will not prepare you in any way for what's about to come.
By the way, the third chapter, not telling you what it is, but the third chapter has a great chapter name.
Oh yeah, these chapter names are great. Yeah, and also just like with My Life with Tales, there will be these, like in this case I made them purple, there will be these little comments in brackets. If you're interested in some of the misspellings in the original German version. So before we get into the meat of the story, I guess we need to get to know our main character better. So here's an info sheet. So Dark/Ness info. Data, and yes, it said data in the original. So she's 100 centimeters tall, or 3'3" for our American audience, and 45 kilograms, or 99.2 pounds. Species cat, name Darkness, nickname Dark, status alive, power, fire, no space darkness. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna mention this every time it happens, but every time if this author even uses commas, they don't put a space afterwards. Character is a bit shy but social. Is often annoyed when someone interrupts or annoys her. Is very good to talk to and hang out with. Laughs very often at things that are funny and at normal jokes. Sleeps with a stuffed animal a lot while cuddling with her tail. I like this characterization. I like that we're getting told that she's annoyed when people annoy her.
Yeah, that seems... I never knew that
She
was an
also
unusual
laughs
trait.
She also laughs when things are funny. And at normal jokes as opposed to abnormal jokes, I guess.
You know, these jokes that normal civil always tells.
Yeah. I mean, everyone likes normal civil, so that makes sense. Okay, so here are her likes. She likes violet and black, boys, girls, peace and quiet, silver, shadow, blaze, tails, cream, drawing, practicing, shooting stuff down, laugh, fire, and soft chest fur.
Shooting. Why is stuff in brackets there? Like, is it just?
I mean, no, that's just because the original was kind of hard to translate literally.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
So she dislikes Dr. Eggman, Sonic, Amy, Knuckles, Rouge, Manic, Sonia, spelled wrong, Sally, Blue, Green, War, the future. Man, I hate when I hate the future because every day I dread waking up. Not because my life sucks or anything, but because I know I'll be living in the future the next day.
Maybe she's like the ghost of Christmas past, so the future is a completely unknowable foreign concept to her.
I guess, yeah. Also, she doesn't like ice. In that case, it means frozen water. So that actually, I've translated this literally, but the way this is written here, the disambiguation kind of makes sense because, like, the word ice in German can also mean ice cream. Also doesn't like arguing, anger, dinosaurs.
Whoa!
I can already see spooky molding in the chat right now.
I'm mad right now. How dare you? How can you not like dinosaurs?
Yeah, who doesn't like dinosaurs?
What kind of a freak is this?
I mean, to be fair, maybe she watched the 13th Land Before Time movie. If that was my only exposure to dinosaurs, I'd dislike dinosaurs too. Also, it doesn't like falcons and ravens.
Also, why does she like Tails but hate all of his friends?
Oh, it gets even weirder now because now we're getting to family/friends, and we're starting with friends, and you might notice some things a little bit odd with this list. So we have Silver, Shadow, Black, Tails, Sonic, Cream, and Amy. So two of these people she also dislikes, but they're also her friends.
There's a love-hate relationship.
Either their relationship changes, or or a love-hate relationship, or Darkness is just a fake friend. Also, rivals, Metal Sonic, Knuckles, and SBO. Two of them don't even show up in the story.
Oh.
And Knuckles barely shows up.
That's disappointing.
Enemies, Dr. Eggman, and Jet, neither of which will show up. I'm sorry to spoil you guys, but none of her so-called enemies will show up in
Who's
the story.
Jet? Is Jet from Sonic Riders?
Yeah, he is the main rival from Sonic Riders.
Okay. Yeah, I never played that game. I was just taking a guess.
Yeah, me neither.
It's funny how oh, sorry, go ahead.
Her enemies don't show up, so I guess this is what we call in fiction a non-conflict.
Yeah.
I like how.
Trust me, there will be a conflict later down the line. Go ahead.
I like how Sonic. She doesn't like Sonic, but like he also doesn't appear in her friends or rivals list. So I guess he's just kind of whatever. To her.
Sonic is one of her friends.
He's a friend. Yeah, he's a friend, but she also dislikes him.
As you do.
Why wasn't he in the list? Like, did the author forget to put him in there?
No, he was. Sonic was listed. He was listed as a friend. There's also someone he dislikes. She dislikes.
Don't worry, there will be more stuff that doesn't make sense. So, family. Blaze is her sister, Selena is her mother, and Harwin is her father. Appearance. Her light black fur perfectly complements her brown hair. The tips of her hair are violet like the tips of her ears. Her nose is a normal size and black. The insides of her ears are white like her mouth and the tips of her tail. Her eyes are brown as well. She wears new clothes every day.
I would hope so.
I wouldn't know what that's like. I'm a complete slob.
I mean, in cartoon... In like cartoons or stuff, it's fairly common to see characters wearing the same outfit every day.
Yeah, but that's because it's easier to
don't want
animate. This is
like
a story.
In the Sonic universe, some characters don't wear clothes at all, except for shoes and gloves.
It's true.
Okay, story. For some reason, we're starting the story off in this, at the end of this datasheet chapter. Her life with Blaze is completely normal until the whole kingdom collapses and they all have to get themselves to safety.
That escalated quickly.
The end of chapter 1. Oh, this is gonna be non-stop escalation. This is all this fic is gonna be, I'm sorry to tell you. So, first chapter is called Dark/Ness the Nice, :3. Already a great chapter name. And really fitting for what's about to happen. Ellipses. So they had to flee from the kingdom there was explosion. Blaze was only 12 years old, just like Dark/Ness. They ran and ran as fast as they could. Blaze has lost 33% blood, however Dark/Ness lost 35% blood.
Well, that's
45.
very specific. Also, can you really run when you lose that much blood?
Enderman's Skull likes sometimes putting like weird percentages or like oddly specific measurements into that. Like Clemens, you might remember when we read one of her German fics that had the 20 meters deep ocean.
Oh yeah,
Since Dark/Ness lost way more blood than Blaze, she fainted from blood loss, and they had to hide away in a cave.
That 2% really did a difference there.
yeah, it really did. Blaze got herself some wood and used her last bit of energy to make a fire. So everyone was warmed. Dream Dark/Ness. In the night, Dark/Ness had dreamt that she was in a world full of nature and that she was at fault that everything had burned. Her sister Blaze had then brought her to the ruined kingdom where her father had sentenced her to death. Dark/Ness cried and ran away.
Dude, please don't tell me every time this character is going to be referred to as Dark/Ness.
She is I think most of this fic, I think she is. And then at some point, the author stops.
We got a good life tip here for you guys. If anyone is ever sentenced to death, just cry and run away, and you don't have to face the consequence.
If it's in a dream, that is. In real life, I'm not so sure if that would work.
Well, in the dream, if you cry and run away, then, the person who sends you to death is like, oh, this person is too emotionally unstable to handle death, so they cannot die.
Yeah, they're gonna go, I never thought of you having feelings like that. Okay, real. We're back to real again. Real like Nico One-Shot. In the morning, Dark/Ness woke up with a screaming. Blaze ran to her and asked, "What's wrong?" Dark/Ness answered,
I had a bad dream.
"Oh, that was just some dumb dream because we had to flee yesterday."
Empathy
come
after
on,
trauma.
It's nothing. It's just some dumb dream. It's just a random feeling, Jeff. Don't forget about it.
Yeah, probably.
Blaze and Dark/Ness went off to build themselves shelter because there was a hole in the cave, and if it rained, the rain would always seep through there. Why not build a roof over the hole in the cave? Seems like it would be easier than building a house from scratch.
You either do something 100% or you don't do it at all. That's the way I see it.
So they fetched wood and loam. They made the floor out of wood and the walls and roof out of loam. Of course they weren't dumb and baked the loam.
Of course.
Of course they weren't dumb. They have experience in construction work, I guess. After about 2 weeks, the house was done. Dark/ness had this weird dream again, but it's going to fade away soon, she said every time.
Yeah, I had this weird dream that a cloud and her ghost pirate friend flew up to us and destroyed our house, but maybe just a strange dream.
That's just a dumb dream.
That'll make sense someday.
Blaze asked Dark/ness, "We're not the only ones left on this world, or are we?"
I don't know that my...
said,
Oh, I thought it was still this style where I just stated the name.
Yeah, I'm sorry, this formatting is horrible. Dark/ness said,
"I don't know that myself."
Both kept talking only about that war 2 weeks ago, because they would never forget that, especially because they don't know what happened to their parents. Are they dead, or are they missing, or are they currently trying everything to get back to us? Are they trying to get back to me, the narrator? Neither of the girls knew. Blaze went off to hunt food. She tried to catch fish, but she had to do that with a spear or by hand because neither of them knew how to build a fishing rod. But they did know how to build a spear.
I guess a spear is technically easier. I mean, unless you want to make a real... I don't know what would be easier. Survivalists, let us know in the comment section what's easier to make, a fishing rod or a spear.
I guess for a fishing rod you'd need to make string.
Yeah.
Assuming you don't have one with you, so I guess that would be pretty hard.
That could
be. And like a hook would also be pretty hard if you have like no resources available, so I guess a spear is would be more realistic to make. Blaze managed to catch 3 fish in 2 hours. Blaze was now KO. She had no strength left to make a fire, so Dark/ness did it. She might not have been as strong as her sister, even though both were the same age.
She was knocked out?
I guess, yeah.
Did Mike Tyson have come in and just knock her out while she was gone?
After 1.5 hours of frying, they didn't have lunch but dinner.
That's a long time to cook fish.
Yeah, must have been a big fish. Or they just like their fish really well done.
Or they just didn't know how to cook fish.
That's probably very possible.
Okay, so next chapter is called "This is Worse Than Slavery."
Wonderful.
Figuring out
that
how to
won't upset anybody.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
What are those screams?
No idea. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's hurry.
Let's go check it out. They ran off and saw their parents. They tried to outrun the Chaos Emerald. A white beam of light came and tore everything apart.
What?
Yeah,
okay.
I guess the Chaos Emerald itself was attacking them. Which, okay. After the chaos, they woke up in the meadow. They woke up on the meadow. They didn't see their hut anymore. They now went searching for their hut for 39 min. They only found trees, water, and flowers. After 3 more mins, they found a road and a black and red hedgehog.
I didn't find our home, but I did find these flowers.
Yeah.
Who are you and where are we?
I'm Black the Hedgehog. Who are you?
I am Darkness, but please just call me Dark.
And I'm Blaze, and well, just call me Blaze. Thank you for specifying.
I am this, but just call me this.
Yeah.
And where do you come from?
from a forest. We had to flee.
And where are we?
Oh, that hut, it was blown up 3 years ago.
Wait. Like the place they were staying?
Yeah,
Okay.
But like they weren't even mentioning a hut, so I don't really know how she even knew they were referring to the hut in the first place. Huh? That was 3 minutes ago?
No, 3 years ago.
What year are we in?
2016.
Oh no.
Well, not surprising. We come from the year 2013.
Why is that not surprising?
We come from a year called simply 2013.
What do you mean? What do you mean we can't watch Minecraft Let's Plays all day anymore?
Lo, you saw the chaos unfold. Oh, well, too bad I didn't get to see it firsthand.
Yeah, she's kind of messed up. But like, I'm wondering how old she is because like, why didn't she saw the chaos firsthand? Did she not live in this? Did she not live in this region, or is she 3 years old?
Shit.
Anyway, the chaos must have brought us into the future.
Now that's just great.
What's the issue?
Oh well, she hates
The future!
But it's not the future, it's the present. Black was shocked, hating the future. Now that's just great, she thought.
Dude, I'm looking
After
at...
30
I just read ahead.
After 32 min of chatting, she has seen Shadow on the other side of the street and shouted,
Hey, Shadow!
Shadow has reacted and shouted back,
Hi, Black!
Shadow ran to her and hugged her. After they have all met, everyone went to Shadow's home and stayed for the night.
Oh, that was quick.
Okay. Dream. Darkness kept on dreaming. She saw her sister at the burning bush and she cried, Blaze said.
Whoa! This got
You
biblical.
shit-ass sister? Yeah, I guess she's Moses now.
Yeah. You remember when, in the Bible, Moses finds the burning bush, and then Pharaoh comes from out of the corner and says, you shit-ass brother, or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember G/sus.
Yeah, G/sus.
Mo/Zess, I bring the hot fire. I can't rhyme.
Duck responded.
What did I do?
Blaze pointed at 2 corpses and said, That there is our mom and this one is our dad. Dark asked.
How is that my fault?
Blaze said in a sad voice, Your flame set them on fire. Dark started to cry and again ran away as fast as she could. Real. Dark woke up screaming again and ran to the place she had been at in the dream. There stood Blaze, Shadow, and Black, crying, especially Blaze, she said. Why are you dead?
Not a question.
Why? Dark went and looked behind the bush and saw the corpses of her parents. After they have all grieved, they did a group hug.
It seems like this author really likes to rush things. Like, oh, this traumatic event happened, and then this happened, and then that's the end.
Yeah,
Of that
basically.
scene.
Yeah, she likes introducing drama very bluntly and with very little reason behind it. Like, how are the parents in the future? Did they get transported to the future? And did they get transported to the future after they got killed? Or did they go to the future and then die of something else? Like, what happened here? Okay, so next chapter is called The Future. It has begun, Dark said. Blaze said, what has begun? After 3 min, everyone was done chatting. I guess Dark didn't answer.
Or they talked about it and didn't tell us, the audience.
I guess, yeah. And Dark had another strange dream. In the dream, Dark dreamt that she and Blaze have talked to a blue guy and a strange shadow, and one of the 3 fell into a coma, but Dark couldn't remember who. Real.
What?
Now everyone...
Real.
Now everyone was... yeah, real. Now everyone was awake again. Dark talked about her dream again and then went to the city. Everything was burning and nobody knows why.
What?
What is going on?
Why are
It's like the Great Chicago
making...
Fire. Nobody knew why it happened. It just happened.
I don't know. It just happened.
Why are the dreams more sensible than real?
I like how, like, any good writer would have, like, this would have, if any good writer was writing this story, like, the exact same events that were happening, it would have been spanned into, like, I don't know, 5 chapters, but this author just crams it all into, like, 4 pages. So far.
Yeah, we're really wasting no time. A boy about 13 to 14 years old stood on a cliff and saw the fire. And this is also a big staple of Enderman's Skull, having cliffs and people falling off cliffs. It also happened in the story I read with Clemens.
So the author just, like, has an interest for people falling off cliffs.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's basically her version of the transformations from Arfie. Dark saw the blue hedgehog in her dream. As she saw him, the boy suddenly fainted and fell down the cliff. Dark ran as fast as she could and used her powers to create the strongest cloud of smoke in the world and got the boy out of there.
Wait. What? Like, did she, like, make enough fire the smoke itself was powerful enough to lift somebody?
Adam, it's really easy. Dark saw the blue hedgehog in her dream, okay. And as she saw him, the boy suddenly fainted and fell down the cliff, and then Dark ran as fast as she could and used her powers to create the strongest cloud of smoke in the world and got the boy out of there. I don't know what you can't understand about this.
Yeah, I guess I just don't get it. I am... my mind does not work the way this author's does. They clearly know something I don't. I am but a fool in their midst.
Strong enough smoke, it can carry a person. Everyone knows this. The boy woke up and said, and this is Silver, by the way.
Yeah, I figured.
Where am I and who are you?
Dark answered,
I am Dark and this is Blaze and who are you?
Oh, I'm Silver and why did you save me?
Why did you save me? I don't know, basic human decency? Dark said,
There certainly shouldn't be people dying like our parents.
Do this this next line.
I am so sorry, I forgot who my parents are.
It happens.
I like
My
how that's a
parents
response to, you shouldn't die like my parents.
No,
So I'm sorry,
no,
I don't know who my parents are.
My parents are.
Trying to one-up them.
They
At
went
least you
to
knew
get
your
the
parents.
milk and never got back to me. Blaze walked up to him and said, "That was the end now, right?"
What?
Dark said sternly.
No, that was just the beginning.
This isn't the end of the story. Darn.
I'm pretty sure the author saw this line used somewhere. and really wanted to put it into her story. So she had Blaze just ask out of nowhere. That was the end now, right? Like, why would you say that? What do you even mean, Blaze? The end of what? Okay, next chapter is called Who Will Suffer? Dark was dreaming again. Dark dreams that she is in a hospital and lying in bed. There is also her friends Black Shadow, Blaze, and Silver. Dark couldn't do anything except hearing, but after 12 min she couldn't hear anything anymore. But everyone except for Sonic and Silver has not cried. Black has even laughed because of Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow, that jokester, that prankster, you know.
There's one thing that is
the Joker of the group.
There's one thing that is certain about dreams, and that is you can always exactly tell how much time passes.
Yeah. You can also hear people after losing the ability to hear. I mean, I guess that kind of falls under dream logic. Sometimes you see like yourself from an outside perspective, so maybe this is what happened. Anyway, back to Rhea. Dark was in her bed and didn't know what Silver has done because he wasn't in the room anymore. She ran outside and saw Silver. He was just chilling out in the meadow. Blaze had stalked Silver until Silver had found her out.
What?
Blaze ran away like a cheetah.
Whoa.
Dark walked up to Silver and laid down next to him and asked him,
"What are you doing there?"
Silver answered,
I'm thinking about the future. How can I stop?
Dark then spoke.
Shh. It's okay. I think I know what you have to do.
He didn't even finish a sentence, Dark. How do you know anything? Silver said,
Well, then it's probably fine.
It's fine. Forget about it. They just kept talking. Silver later had trouble breathing, as happens. Silver then went inside again and fell down. Dark and all the others helped out. Now Dark, Shadow, Silver, and Black were in the hospital because they all fainted.
They all morph together into one hedgehog.
Yeah, Dark, Shadow, Silver.
I guess that's why they all fainted also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fusing with somebody is a lot of work. So.
Shortly after, everyone got a cyan-colored bracelet.
That was just the sentence.
Isn't cyan is a type of blue, right?
Yeah.
Man, I feel bad. Darkness hates that, so...
Oh yeah, she does. Dark has now been in the hospital for 2 days, while Black has already been released. During the 2 days, Dark and Silver have become friends. They went onto the balcony to get to know each other better. One week has passed and... yeah.
So Dark hates the color blue, right? I'm trying to remember.
That's true.
So is that why she also hates Sonic because he's blue?
Maybe. It's never not like it's explained.
Yeah, could be.
Or do you think she hates Sonic because the way his arms are colored?
Oh, okay.
Don't call anyone.
1 week has passed and Silver has fallen in love with Dark. Silver has handed in his sun voucher. I had to look this up and I have no idea what this is. I guess it gives him permission to leave the hospital for some time, but I found nothing about that term, like the original German term, so... But yeah, I guess he has a sun voucher, as you do, so that he's allowed to go out. He has brought Dark blue orchids. Just when he wanted to go up to their room, the emergency doctors went up there with him and ran into Silver and Dark's room. So Silver stayed outside for now and saw that Dark was quickly carried to the intensive care unit.
So before we go, one thing I wanted to point out is they said that they have this, apparently all this character development between Dark and Silver happens, and we are not shown any of it. Like,
who needs character development when you can just
happened.
Push another traumatic plot point out? Silver said,
"What is wrong with Dark?"
The doctor said, I guess all of the doctors said. Who wants to take the doctors, by the way?
I'll do it. I don't have any lines.
Yeah, go ahead.
She's been in a coma for 5 minutes, and she can't breathe.
Silver dropped the flowers from his hand when he heard this. Between life and death. Oh, you're in for a banger sentence now. Dark has fallen into a world between life and death. She was in a house that had real technical abilities.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Real technical abilities. 5 minutes later, she saw Shadow falling into this world too, Dark said.
Yeah, I'm just on the real technical abilities. I'm trying to think like a greasy real estate agent points at the sockets in the wall and says, "This house has real technical abilities." we have copper there in the walls and fiber internet access. You want to buy this house?
You can fit so many comatose people in here.
You're in a coma too?
Shadow said.
Yeah, probably. But where are we?
Dark said.
Oh, just between a world of life and death. I know.
So they're all in the same world in the coma?
I guess, yeah.
It's like that one episode of South Park where they're all in the same dream, except this time they're in a coma. In a world between life and death.
I guess this is supposed to be Limbo. I guess they're gonna be crowned the kings of Limbo.
I mean, John MMO, the inventor of MMORPGs, stated in an interview that he got his idea after the sick multiplayer session in his coma.
Shadow yelled.
That has to be a lie, let me out.
Dark then said.
There's no use yelling like that. They can't hear us, but we can hear them.
Shadow said.
Asterisk size, asterisk, alright then.
Real. Silver stayed in the hospital for 3 more days. He visited Dark every day, but Dark never did or said anything, as if she was dead. Silver asked the doctors,
"Will she ever wake up again?"
The doctor said,
"Probably not, but there's a chance."
We just started the story, by the way.
Yeah. I like how the doctors are just a hive mind.
Yeah. We are Legion. Your friend is dead, probably.
Silver now went to Dark because she was allowed to be in her room again. I guess she wasn't allowed to be in her own room again at the hospital. Silver walked up to her and said,
"If you can hear me, then please don't be mad at me."
Why would she? Between life and death. Dark listened to Silver. Real.
That was
the centipede said nothing.
This is Silver again.
Okay. Oh god.
"I love you, but please don't be mad if you heard this when you wake up."
I don't know why she would be, but okay. Silver now went out of the room slowly and quietly. Between life and death. Dark said,
I love you too, but it's too bad you can't hear me.
Shadow said,
I wonder how Black is doing.
I wonder what Ganon's up to.
I was thinking that.
Damn, it sure is boring around here. Real. Silver now backed off slowly and put the flowers next to the table. Now Silver had completed his task and went home. He was so sad already that he couldn't even sleep. He just said,
I love you so much, Dark.
And then he slowly dozed off.
Yeah, you know that feel you just bear like, I can't even sleep, and then you slowly doze off.
Yeah. Okay, does love really fight diseases? I mean, not to my knowledge, but I guess we're about to find out. The months went by and Blaze's birthday came around. Silver bought Blaze a ball of yarn as a present.
That sounds like a little patronizing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I love this. I like this author's logic of, okay, Blaze is a cat, so I guess he wants a ball of yarn for her birthday. Because cats.
If it's her birthday, just give her some catnip.
Yeah.
That also sounds a little patronizing.
And when Sonic's birthday comes around, you can buy him some fresh snails.
What are we getting for Rouge's birthday?
I don't know, some mosquitoes. A steeple where she can sleep in.
I guess we have to let John figure that out because she's. I don't know why we keep going. We keep up with that bit, that the whole Rouge and John's house thing. I mean, I gave that shit up like months ago.
I mean, it makes more sense
joke.
than
Never
whatever
dies.
happens in this story.
And by the way, it's not not a diss to John. By the way.
Yeah.
Blaze was really happy and said, "Thanks." Silver felt a bit queasy but said,
Yeah, you're welcome.
Blaze now went to get food from the kitchen, and on the way to the kitchen she saw a picture with her and Dark/Ness. Blaze slowly started to cry and leaned onto the wall. Shortly thereafter, Silver came to help her. He saw her crying at the wall and asked,
What's wrong, Blaze? You shouldn't be sad on your birthday.
"Fuck you."
Why do you think she's sad, you dickhead?
Dude, I'm so glad this is just Silver's voice. I do.
Blaze answered in a weepy voice, I just want my sister Dark to come to my birthday again. Silver sat down next to her and said,
We can visit her today even if she doesn't wake up.
Blaze agreed, and the others too. Together they went to the hospital and to the children's ward. Oh yeah, she's supposed to be 12.
Yeah, I did forget that.
Silver went in first and said,
We want you to celebrate with us, even though you can't hear me right now. We miss you. We need you. I need you. Since you didn't come to us, we came to you.
Blaze went next and said, Dark, I miss you too, even when you also can't hear me now. I just want you to have fun on my birthday too.
Have fun, even though you're just lying right there, comatose.
I mean, I get the spirit. Black didn't go to Dark, but
I
to
hope
Shadow,
they're having
who
fun
was
in
also
the
in a
life and
coma.
death world.
Yeah.
I mean, considering the hellscape this world sounds like, being in a coma is probably a nice vacation from it.
Yeah, especially if you're in a house that has the real technical abilities. Sounds like a blast. Black said to Shadow,
Alright.
Shadow, we might be best of broses, but every time you hugged me, I felt at home.
They all left at 4 p.m.
Even the people in the coma? They just left?
I guess, yeah. Okay, between life and death. Duck heard everything they said, and then she heard a loud beeping noise. Kinda like beep, 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 beep. She was worried. What if it was the fire alarm? After 4 min, the doctors came and said they were worried. Duck then heard a sustained beeping noise. Kinda like beep, 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 beep. She was really scared and heard the doctor say,
"Everyone stand back!"
All the doctors say that.
Yes.
So I'm just imagining them going like, "You stand back! No, you stand back! No,
The council of doctors has spoken!
Back. I'm the real doctor here! I am a surgeon! No, I am a surgeon!" She then knew that she was dying. But after 2 min of cardiac massage, she had a pulse again, but she still wasn't awake.
Okay. I mean, that was...
Silver was really worried when he heard from the doctors that she had a heart attack last evening. In the morning, he decided to pay Duck a visit. He saw her monitor and everything was okay. Silver was relieved. He felt like a father whose son was about to die.
What?
Why would you be relieved then?
Jesus.
I also like that, like we couldn't understand his distress, like the distress of a guy whose like friend is about to die. So the author had to explain to us, oh, it's like a father whose son is about to die. Now to that we can all relate.
Okay, viewers, if you want to do a funny prank, film yourself in a situation where you are relieved and then tell the other person who told you the news that made you be relieved to tell them, I feel like a father whose kid is about to die. Will be a funny social experiment.
Whose son is about to die specifically. Okay. 2 months later. 2 months had now passed and Shadow had woken up again, but he had a problem in his heart. The heart valve had a small fissure that could lead to his death. Shadow was now in the operating room. It was a life and death situation. Between life and death. Dark saw how Shadow got into the operating room. He came back to Dark's coma world. He said,
"Am I really back here again?"
Dark heard Shadow and walked to him. Not even 4 minutes into the surgery, that beeping started again and the doctor said,
"Stand back!"
"No, you stand back."
"No, you stand back!"
"It's my case!" Shadow said,
"Will I die?"
Dark answered.
No.
Shadow said,
"So I'll live."
Dark again said,
No.
Wow, fuck you,
Shadow
Dark.
asked,
"So I will stay here?"
Dark said,
No, you will possibly die, but you could also not die. But I
Fuck
guess
you,
not
Dark.
live in.
"Why did you even act like you knew something,
Dark.
you asshole?"
Ugh.
You could die, but you also couldn't die. I don't know.
Shrug.
I'm not the Grim Reaper. Shadow and Dark then went for a swim outside. After they realized that Shadow was dying, Shadow dove into the deep and never came back. Dark started to cry.
Oh my god.
Guys, it's official. Shadow is out.
You know, what really annoys me
Lost
here...
one already.
What really annoys me here is I could totally see, like, a competent writer writing imagery of somebody between life and death, of them going into the pool, talking with someone they love, and then sinking to the bottom when death comes. There could be some really beautiful storytelling and imagery here, but the author just, like speed runs their way through the scene.
Yeah, it's just one run-on sentence, and
Dude, I really don't
there's
get...
no depth to anything.
I really don't get what's the point of this story.
I mean, what do you mean? The point of the story is that Dark, a completely normal cat, experiences new friends and a boyfriend.
Yeah, you never experienced friends and a boyfriend this way, Joaquin?
Well, I've never experienced a boyfriend, but I've experienced friends.
And it wasn't like this at all?
Did they also fall into a coma and die?
No, they did not fall into a coma and then go swimming in the coma pool and die.
Okay, real. Everyone was grieving when Shadow had died, and even on his birthday they had planned everything, but now it was all useless.
You just had to go and die, Shadow.
You fuck! We got you a cake and everything!
It's no use! Silver tried not to cry when he had heard that Dark has a 70% chance of dying. He went to her with Black Sonic, new character brought Black Sonic, and Amy.
I completely forgot. Why were they in a coma?
There was no explanation. Everyone
had
just
the
started
smoke,
to faint.
right? The smoke? Like when she
No,
saved him with
they
smoke?
just-
I don't know.
No, that was way later.
Okay.
Like, there was literally no reason why it happened. So it was like they were on the meadow and just talking, and then Silver fainted for some reason, and then Dark also, then everyone else fainted. And then the others got released, but Dark fell into a coma in Shadow for no reason.
You know what? I think the other translated Sonic fic we did was more compelling than this story.
I guess at
From what I
least-
remember.
But this one's just silly. I love it. It's silly.
It's just nonsense. It's like,
you're
oh, this
not wrong
happened,
there.
and then this happened, and this happened.
Also, there was a comment from Blackie the Killer who said, "No Shadow crying emoji." This is, by the way, the author's friend, I guess, who's this is the person whose OC Black is, and that kind of will become relevant later.
Do not harass Black the Cat.
Yeah, do not harass Blackie the Killer.
Or,
do not harass Enderman's
yeah.
Girl. Also, don't harass the real Darkness the Cat. She has gone through a lot.
Yeah. Also, don't harass all the doctors. They are too busy saving lives.
Yeah, show some respect.
Yeah, this is not just a story. We're changing lives and saving lives.
Yeah, Cat goes into the future, lives to regret it.
Goes into a coma and lives to regret it.
Goes into a coma, meets Sniper Wolf.
Oh no.
Then she gets stalked.
Okay, if you can add an image in the editing process.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
there's
new
also
character.
Black Shadow. You also need to make Black Shadow silver.
Oh god.
So that's like Shadow Silver is like the evil version of Silver, and Black Shadow Silver is like the black color. I don't know. It's a little too confusing at that point.
He's Shadow Silver, but with an accidental dose of cherry cola. And that's the second. That's the second Christian reference for today, and I think that's enough. Alright, so if you don't want us to put you in a coma, then don't contact any of the authors we cover.
But we're gonna I was gonna say throw you into the life and death pool where you may drown.
Yeah. Or we could just set your
Yeah.
parents on fire behind the burning bush.
Yeah.
Or we'll make you travel 2 years into the future and you'll live to regret it.
You live to regret it because it's the future now and you hate the future for some reason.
So we have a Discord and a Tumblr linked in the description. Also in the description there's a request form where you can request other bad media for us to cover.
And remember, if you do not like, then do not read. Bye.
See ya.
Peace out.
Good/bye.